If someone can get you to affirm and to parrot the notion that men can get pregnant, they can get you to say anything.
If somebody steals the N-word from us, we are ready to fight, kill, shoot, run them out of a job. But find your wife or husband tricking off, well, I can forgive that, or I understand, I can go for that. But let the N-word run away from us for a hot second, and somebody, or it doesn't even take the N-word. Let someone notice that we have big lips and write it in an email. Oh my God. With the world, Delano, I'm just, man, this was such an important idea and expression of it. And then the other thing where I thought took it to the next level is not just you're pointing this contradiction and this illogical irony out, is that you connected it to political power, that's where this all comes from.
Right, and in the column I talked about, and you mentioned it just now, right? The white supremacists wanted to keep the white race, quote unquote, pure. So they put anyone who was not, in their minds, pure or 100% white out. And that was to solidify their political power at that time, right? And now what we've done, and you described this perfectly in terms of adopting all of those things, some of the worst elements of our history we've adopted as our own. You know, it's almost like you get that family business handed down from you, and even though you're selling poison, it's like, well, this is what we've always sold, so we don't know any different. So now we have people, and I mentioned, you know, Robin DiAngelo, even Max Kendi. I could mention all different types of names on the left, black and white, who hold to the one drop rule and have now added on, it's the one drop / BIPOC rule. Everybody has probably seen the capital BIPOC acronym and wondered, what is this? And it's Black, Indigenous, and people of color. So really what the left is trying to do is expand the category of people of color, of blackness, so that they can cobble together a large enough coalition that in their mind will fully and finally, you know, topple white supremacy. So really, whenever you see these terms, and BIPOC is one of them, it's always about white and non-white. It's strange that he would identify with solely being black when his father, his Kenyan father, left him and had no part in raising him, and he was raised entirely by his white mother and his white grandparents. So, you know, so when someone like Sage Steele goes against the left's ideas around race, because they know if someone says I'm both half black and half white, then that person will not be as fully committed to toppling white supremacy as someone who identifies as fully black. And that there's a new truth in town that we have to ascribe to. And that's why I mentioned in the column that when Jacqueline Moore, you know, came out, so to speak, it was an opportunity for everyone else to drink the Kool-Aid, because if we've made an idol out of race, we've made a cult out of gender ideology. And that's where we are right now. So to me, again, particularly as a Christian and as a believer, one of the most important things I want people to take away is that this is not just about semantics and about words. This is about truth itself. And if someone can get you to deny that male and female are separate categories, that men and women are different, that there actually is a thing, you know, there are men and women. If someone can get you to affirm and to parrot the notion that men can get pregnant, they can get you to say anything. And that's why I mentioned in the column that I'm so disappointed in many Christians and many pastors, and particularly in the evangelical world, right? The people who are theologically conservative or have theologically conservative thoughts, as you would say. And these are folks who oftentimes, again, are just as idolatrous when it comes to race. Everything is about skin color. And that's why they will go back generations in history to tell you about what white conservative evangelicals thought about slavery and Jim Crow and the Civil Rights Bill of 1964. But when it comes to the Equality Act of 2021, they are nowhere to be found.